Hey Buns, well, patch 5.4 has been out for about a week now, so now I think it's a good time to sort of give you my first impressions, my general thoughts and feelings about the new content that I've managed to get to so far. I already talked about the main story quest in a previous video where I showed my reactions and I gave a little bit of commentary at the end. So if you're curious about that, I will put a link to that below, but do not watch it until you're completely done with the 5.4 story, as it is, of course, extremely spoilery. I did manage to start farming the extreme trial on Monday, and it definitely, for me, I felt like it was harder than Seed of Sacrifice, but that could just be because I have been doing that trial on a new job, a job that I have very recently learned, and that is Summoner. Traditionally, I'm a dancer main, and being a dancer main, I think that maybe I've gotten a little bit too accustomed to just being able to turn my brain off whenever I'm doing a fight. Like, no offense, but if you play Dancer, you know what I'm talking about. Summoner could not be more different in that way, but that's kind of part of the fun of it. Having everything line up and like knowing, oh, well, I'm about to go into a Dreadworm trance, so I'll have a little bit of movement here. I'm about to go into Phoenix, I'll have more movement here. That's really fun. I've been having a great time on Summoner. Don't want to talk about Summoner too much, but I will say that it has definitely added a layer of complexity that I'm not quite accustomed to, that has probably made this trial more difficult, seem more difficult to me. I do want to give a shout out to June Bob on YouTube. Bless. Thank you so much for making these incredibly clean, easy to read diagrams. I sat here and I watched this tertius terminus diagram on repeat for a while, just trying to memorize where I needed to run so that I wouldn't have to think too hard in the middle of combat. Because there's a mechanic where, like, you have to, there's like these swords that are dropping down, and some of them are X and some of them are Y. I mean, plus. And you have to figure out, like, where to go based on the order that they dropped and, like, how thick they are. And I was just like, if I can just memorize the patterns, then I will just do my memorized movement and I won't have to do the critical thinking in the middle of combat. God forbid I have to think too much. But yeah, June Bob, you're awesome. Thank you for making those videos. As for the Eden's Promise raid, I am happy to report that our static has cleared E9S as of last night, and we are now going to be progging E10S tonight. And I would say that so far, I think that E9S is incredibly forgiving because when we cleared it, we used a heal LB3 and we just kind of YOLO'd through the last half of the fight because we didn't really know, we hadn't gotten that far, and we just kind of played it by ear because it's like, there's like, you get to about halfway through the fight and then the mechanics pretty much repeat. So if you got that far, you can coast your way to the end of the fight, which is basically what we did. And so I think that it's very forgiving, about what I would expect for the first fight of a tier. The first fight of the tier is supposed to pump you up and make you feel like you absolutely can clear the rest of the tier. Like, give you the confidence, hopefully not false confidence, but, you know, make you feel like I can do this, I can raid. And I would say it's a good time. It's a really fun fight. I've enjoyed it quite a lot. The other raids I've only seen on normal mode so far, and I guess the big talk of the town is the appearance of the final boss. And yeah, that is apparently the sculpture Artemis of Ephesus. So that is why it has that very strange appearance. And a lot of people have assumed that the boss has a lot of boobs, but that is actually probably not it. Okay, if we're referencing the statue, Artemis of Ephesus, one of Artemis' characteristics is that she protects fertility, and the common assumption that the spherical objects are female breasts is incorrect. They probably represent the testicles of a bull. So it's it's actually probably bull testicles, although they may also be gourds. I don't think so. I think they're bull testicles. But I mean, really, it's art. Art is open to your own interpretation, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't there when they built it. Why were they so hyped on bull testicles? Let me just check. I don't even know what to Google. I'm literally, what I'm typing right now is bull testicles, why so good? That no, that's not. You know what? I think that we can just move on and leave this one to the historians. I have gotten to check out Explorer mode, and I did not expect to enjoy myself quite as much as I did. I had a fantastic time in Mount Gulg with my angel wings, trying to take like cool archangel-y pictures. I took one screenshot that looked like my character was Mercy, about to give you the res, you know. I have tried out the new classic color scheme that is the blue UI, and I really like the cute pixelated buttons. Those are a nice change of pace. It is incredibly blinding though. I often now have people in the stream who are like, "Do you like this? Like, really? Do you like it? I mean, doesn't it hurt your eyes?" And I mean, yeah, it does, but it's something different. It's cute and colorful. I just wish it was like a little bit less intense, a lot less intense. I did do the extra role quests that you get. If you've done all the role quests, there's an extra meta role quest that you get with that's been added in patch 5.4, and I did that. And I won't be spoilery, but I will say that you should probably do it, because it definitely seemed to me like it was laying the groundwork for an expansion. Probably not the next one, but maybe the one after that. One thing I can say, just in general, about the patch is that it has been so good to have a ton of stuff to do again. Like, I know, like, we had the long delay because of COVID, and it's just sucked for everybody, but man, near the end of that, like, long wait, I was feeling like the man in the desert who was looking for the Coca-Cola machine, or like the Keanu Reeves in that movie. That was such a good movie. I love those movies. John Wick. The point is that I am so happy to have a ton of things to do and to feel like I have so much to do and not enough time to do it. What a fantastic feeling to have when I play this game. Stuff, because there's some stuff on my to-do list that I haven't managed to get to yet. Like, I've spent maybe 20 minutes in Titan Unreal, have made zero progress. I've pretty much just been beaten down by Titan. I haven't done the Dark Apocalypse storyline, the Jorge quest. I hope it's good. Like, I haven't been that impressed with the story for the near raids, so I have loved the raids themselves. The story has been a little bit lacking for me so far, so maybe that quest line will change that opinion. At least I hope so. The shifting weeblets of Leah, yeah, that sounds like a bad word to me. I think it's because I've been living in Ukraine for a while. It sounds like two bad words. Shifting weeblets. I really want to get the gold bear minion from there. A little beaver. I actually still haven't done the Starlight stuff, the new Starlight quests for the holiday. I still need to get my mount, my snowman mount. Hey, what do you call a Viera who is in a snowman suit? A Ravalanche. Hey, why was the scholar who's fresh from the university so bad at building a snowman? It's because they had too many degrees. So that's pretty much all I have to say about patch 5.4 so far. It's wonderful. I've been having a blast with every single piece of new content that I've been doing. If I'm trying to think about if I have anything negative to say about it. Well, I already said a couple of like kind of iffy things in my main story quest reaction, and I stand by those comments. I really appreciated how cool and respectful people were. Not everyone agrees with me on some of my opinions about new characters that have been introduced, but I feel like people do understand why I feel the way I do, and some people do agree with me, but it's hard to know where the story will go from here. I seem to remember Emmett Selk being pretty unremarkable and uninteresting whenever he first appeared, and then in Shadowbringers he became like one of my favorite villains of all time, so who knows what will change. All we can do is wait and see. Buns, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow warriors of darkness. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!